Oh, hi everyone. I'm Cheryl John Batista. Welcome to our event. I'm so excited that you're here at our event with our team. I want to thank my team as well for coming and helping with this. And I'm just so excited that you're all here. You've given up some time to be with us. And we want to share with you our top tips to get that sweet summer glow and do it in such a healthy way where we're not putting our harm at risk by what we put on our skin or how we take care of our skin. So I'll just give you a little bit of background on myself. I am married to Nick. We live out in White City. We've been married for over 30 years. We have 6 children. We have 5 boys and a girl, and I'm also a grandma. My little grandson is just 2 years old. He just had his birthday a couple days ago. So my journey to health really began over 28 years ago. And at that time, our oldest son was just 4 years old. His name is Josh, and he ended up with being diagnosed with leukemia. So as you can imagine, it was a very trying time for our family, very, very scary time. And as Josh was starting to take his chemotherapy, he ended up on almost 4 years of chemo. I started making, I call them my simple swaps. I started doing whatever I could to help Josh have the best fighting chance. And so part of that was looking at the foods we were eating and buying more items organic. I started swapping those ingredients and making sure things were healthier. I started organic juicing. I started reading the labels on my cleaning products and my laundry products and just wanting to really lower the toxic load and help him with his immune system that way as well. And you know, one of the largest areas that I forgot about, or I wasn't aware about, was what we were putting on our skin. That was one of the later swaps that I made. And there just wasn't that awareness. I thought that everything on the shelves of the store was safe. I thought Health Canada had checked it all over, and I did not have to read those labels. But as it turns out, there is very little regulation when it comes to our personal care products. Over 80,000 ingredients have been added into our products over the last several decades, and less than 10% of those have been ever tested for safety. And so there's a lot of lack of regulation. Our laws are totally outdated. You're going to hear more about that later, but it's been over 80 years that the laws have been updated in the US and over 20 years for Canada. So we've got a lot of work to do. And so after that experience with my son, he actually came through that experience. I'm so blessed and happy to be able to tell you that. He is married. He's the one with a little son. And he's actually a cancer doctor. So he's working at the Ellen Blair Clinic. He's back in close to his hometown here, Regina. And he found his passion through that experience. And I also found my passion. And so I was teaching then. I was a grade 2 teacher. And I transitioned out of teaching in the classroom to helping people be well. Became a health coach and a holistic nutrition coach. And part of that coaching involves not only what we're eating and drinking that healthy water and getting some physical activity and really taking care of ourselves, but part of that equation is what we are putting on our skin, our largest organ of our body. So for 28 years, I've been looking for cleaner and safer. And I finally, just about 18 months ago, found Beauty Counter. Chanel introduced a Beauty Counter to me. And I was so excited because I started reading the ingredients and I found out about their selection process and how strict they are with their ingredients. I learned about the founder, about Greg Renfrew, that she is a woman. She's in her 50s with a few children as well. And she was on the similar path to me, just wanting to swap things out and have just a cleaner lifestyle for her family after seeing so many people in her life struggling with health challenges. And so this company is founded on three pillars. It's founded on education, which we're going to do a little bit of tonight. When we are educated and we know about this lack of regulation and what ingredients to look for, we can do better. When we know better, we can do better. It's also founded on formulation, so formulating high quality, high performing products that are safe. And also, it's founded on advocacy. So, part of the work that Beauty Counter is doing is advocating at that government level for changes. And I actually went to Ottawa, and there was 25 meetings with members of Parliament. I got to sit in and speak to members of Parliament and really bring this awareness to our politicians, so that we will have safer products for everyone. Our mission with Beauty Counter is to get safer products into the hands of everyone. So when I heard about this mission, I knew that I needed to get involved. And I knew that I would want the products for myself and my family, and my health coach clients would likely want them. And I wanted to join my voice to the mission. So I'm going to turn it over now to Dr. Nicole Mitchelson. And Dr. Nicole is going to share with us why she, as a doctor, decided to purchase the products from Beauty Counter and also join her voice to this mission. So thank you, everyone.
I have been in the natural health field for over 13 years, about 18 if you my school nursing. And right now I am, oh, can you guys hear me? I think there's one person. There we go. So right now I'm
Nicole, you're going to have to unmute yourself.
There we go. Is that working now? So right now I'm working out of the University of Regina, and my husband is also a personal trainer and owner of Level 10 Fitness, and he's also a strength and conditioning coach and the Saskatchewan triathlon coach, the head coach for triathlon in Saskatchewan here. And I also have two young girls, Ruby and Lily, and they are 3 and 6. So what really got me with Beauty Counter is that most of us don't really know what ingredients we're putting on our skin in a daily basis. So many of these potential ingredients that are harmful have been linked to cancer, reproductive issues, and hormone issues. And in my practice, I treat a lot of women's health issues, from infertility to just, dysmenorrhea, amenorrhea, and all the different hormonal imbalances that come in between. And so when we think of our skin, we almost forget that it takes almost seconds before things are absorbed through it. And although we have natural detox pathways within our body, it's a natural response for our body to detox things, whether it's drugs or things that we might be drinking or eating, and that's normal. But over time, things start to accumulate and our system almost gets bogged down. And also, as we age, things start to slow down. So we start to notice that this, feeling of, I don't want to say toxicity because that's pretty vague feeling or vague word, but that kind of, allergies or skin conditions, some things start to sneak up on us. And so by being very conscious of, like Cheryl said, eating and what we're eating and what we're putting in our bodies and exercising, completing that equation is also what we're putting on our skin. So she also touched on too, right now there's a total lack of regulation in the beauty industry. So like she said, the US hasn't passed a major federal law since 1938. So that's unbelievable. And I get to see, the outcomes, like I said, allergies, asthma, skin conditions, infertility, hormone imbalance, and then cancer. So when I learned about Beauty Counter's mission of giving cleaner and safer products and beauty products, I was really thrilled. And not only is Beauty Counter providing high performing products, and let me tell you, I've been trying products for that full 18 years from all the, organic and, safer and cleaner and natural products that are on the market. And Beauty Counter is just exceptional in terms of performance and safety. So one of my biggest, I guess, pet peeves nowadays, I just wanted to quickly touch on, is that over the last decade, natural and organic products have been a real trend, which is phenomenal. It's great to see that movement has started and more consumers are being more, aware of what they're putting on their bodies and, seeing that there's these differences in the market. But one problem I find is that a lot of brands are saying, they'll say this is a natural product when in fact they only have half of the equation right. They still might have things like fragrance or perfume, which are still laced with phthalates and a big unknown. When they say perfume, this will be touched on later, I'm sure, but it's a big unknown. They can just add chemicals and ingredients and not disclose what's in there. So that's not quite the best practice in my take. So I think being aware of reading labels and being really cautious of what you're putting on your body is very important. And Beauty Counter has something called the Never List, which has over 1,800 ingredients that they'll never include of their product. And she will touch on this next. So one of the first products that I was introduced, or that I started introducing to my clients, was the sunscreen. And the chemicals in the average non-mineral based sunscreen is pretty awful. And I just wanted to touch on the sunscreens that they offer. So Beauty Counter sunscreen is a mineral based, and it is oxybenzone free, which is really great because that is a total chemical there. So it doesn't also leave you with a ghosty white appearance, which I fell in love with because I have 2 young kids and I don't like chasing around kids trying to rub it in. If you've ever used other mineral-based sunscreens, they leave you quite white and chalky. And I'm glad to report that the Beauty Counter one does not do that. It's also non-nano, and this was totally something new that I never knew about. When you have a non-nano product, it sits on the top layer of your skin and isn't absorbed into your body. So that gives you that barrier and doesn't go into your bloodstream. So it doesn't leave you, also, like I said, because sometimes with the minerals, it kind of sits on top and doesn't absorb very well, but it still doesn't leave you that white, zinky feeling. It's also non-aerosol and it's fragrance free. So it's not going to damage your airways and contribute to any allergies or eczema, and it's waterproof. And so there's a couple different products that we have. We have the lotion, which is great, and it comes in a very generous tube. Of course, I left it upstairs. It comes also in a little tiny stick, which I love for my face and for the lips. And it's actually really great for my kids because they'll just put it on their faces themselves. And it comes in a spray, which is, great for if you're just doing something really fast, you're going outside, you could just spray your arms and go. And it's also in a tinted spray. So you can either have the regular or the tinted spray. And lastly, there is something called the Dew Skin, which is like a tinted moisturizer, which has SPF 20. The others all have SPF 30. And the Dew Skin is really quite lovely because it does give you that nice kind of glowy, dewy look and give you a little bit of coverage there too. So lastly, so my real catch point with Beauty Counter is that they're really trying to invoke some change within the beauty industry. And really, you shouldn't have to be harmed by your body wash. You shouldn't have to be worried about your lipstick. And our goal is really to help make you better and more informed choices to help protect the ones you love. So at Beauty Counter, the dream is for everyone to have access to safer products for our children, their future generations, and so people don't have to worry about reading labels anymore, and squinting and reading tiny, tiny little words and wondering what they mean. So we all totally deserve better. So next up, I think Shalini is going to talk to you guys all about the Never List, and hopefully we can learn a little bit about that.
Thank you, Nicole. Really
You bet.
appreciate it. I love hearing from you.
Hi, everybody. My name is Shalini Jan, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself before I jump into the Never List. So I live out in White City, actually not far from Cheryl. I've been married to my husband, Chris, for it'll be 11 years this upcoming weekend. And we have 3 little boys, Lucas, Isaiah, and Micah, and they keep us very busy. They're 2, 3, and 6. So I'm a busy household over here, and it's very loud at times with 3 boys running around, as Cheryl knows full and well. I've been an RN for 10 years. The first year I was in the emergency room, and then the last 9 I've been at the Alan Blair Cancer Center in chemotherapy. But actually it's funny, for the last month and a half I've been training on the doctor's clinic side, and actually I sit right behind Josh lots of the day. So he has no idea who I am though, pretty much. So I'm just like, oh, Cheryl, I saw your son today. But anyway, I just have to disclose before I start into my little spiel that my role as a safe beauty advocate with Beauty Counter is not in any way associated with my role at the Cancer Center. So I just have to always be clear about that. So yeah, just there's no endorsement. There's nothing like that. So when I chat about Beauty Counter and I get to talk to people about the Never List, I become very, very passionate about that because I love to educate people. I like to take care of people. That's why I became a nurse in the first place. And so I also really love helping people be proactive in their health. So if I can help people be armed with information to make better choices and to just know better, then I feel like I've done what I've been born to do, just to help people. And so I like to go through 4 main ingredients when I educate people on what to look for in their ingredients. And so Nicole touched on a couple of them, and I'm just going to dive into them a little bit deeper here. So the first one I want to talk about is what she referred to as fragrance or perfume. So a lot of people, when they read that label, it's very unassuming, really, when you read that. You just think, oh, that's the way the product smells. But really, in actuality, it's a trade secret among the beauty industry. So under that name, they can hide up to 3,000 toxic ingredients usually linked to cancer and hormone disruption. So they can list them and they don't have to tell you. They don't have to list what is under that name at all. And so they can really put whatever they want in there. And because of the lack of regulation in both Canada and the United States, companies can get away with that. That's why we need to work so hard on getting these laws updated. So really that's the first law, and that's one of the main loopholes that we want to close as safe beauty advocates is we want companies to have to put under their labels what fragrance and perfume actually means, so we as the consumer are aware, and so we can make an informed decision, because at this point we don't know what we're putting on our skin when there's that ingredient on the label. So I really like to lead with that ingredient, because that ingredient is in way more than you think. It's in so much. So if you can just arm yourself with the information to kind of avoid that ingredient, you will be doing you and your family a world of good. So the second one I want to talk about is parabens, and especially when I'm meeting with a group of women, it's just become very near and dear to my heart because of my career in cancer care so far. So parabens have been shown to have a link in breast cancer. And I was reading through an article that was published, I can't remember the publishing date at the moment, but I was doing a lot of research on parabens because I had heard that there was a link, and so many people had been hearing about parabens, and it's starting to get a little bit more airtime. I'm finding more people are hearing about it, which is wonderful. So when I was reading up this article, it said that in 99% of biopsied breast cancer tissue, at least one paraben was found. 99%, that's mind-blowing. So you can see that there's a very strong correlation between parabens and breast cancer. And then in 60% of biopsied breast cancer tissue, there was all 5 of them found. So please check your labels for anything that ends with paraben, and please get rid of them, especially as women, even for our men. We don't want parabens in our men's products either. So some people might not exactly know what a paraben is, and so I'm just going to break it down a little bit. Parabens are xenoestrogen, which basically means is that they're a fake estrogen. And so hormones govern a lot of what our body does. And there's special transmitters that are on our cells where hormones will sit and they will help govern what our cell does. When parabens get in there, they take up the spot of our regular hormones and they don't allow our cell to function properly. So that can lead to a whole gamut of issues. But not only that, not only are our cells not functioning well, is all the regular hormone or the natural hormone is then circulating in our bloodstream and causing our bodies to have too much estrogen. And so you're seeing increase in infertility. My husband and I dealt with infertility for 5 years. We've been through everything, the IUI, the IVF, the injections, the medications. We've been through it all. And we were blessed with 3 beautiful boys, but it was not without the struggles that came along with dealing with infertility. And I have friends and family who deal with infertility as well. And I'm sure you can look around and you will notice that infertility has been on the rise. Miscarriage happens more frequently. Hormone disruption, PCOS, early puberty in girls is getting much earlier than it was, even when I went through puberty. And so there's a trend happening here. Our hormones are becoming a lot more unbalanced, and parabens have been shown to link.
Wait for 1 second.
Yep.
Someone is just saying they can't hear anymore. I just want to make sure everybody else can hear.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Did you guys miss a bunch or?
Here?
No? Okay.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, sorry about that. Basically our hormones are becoming unbalanced. And so you can do yourself and your family and your household a lot of good by just checking for parabens and making sure that ingredient is not in your stuff, especially, well, I say especially, but for everybody in your house, but I'm thinking especially for young girls as they're growing up, going through puberty and getting their periods for the first time. You really want to make sure that we are arming ourselves with proper ingredients that aren't going to throw our hormones out of kilter. So that's the second one that I like to talk about. And the third one pertains to men's products more specifically, because I've seen it more in men's products than women's products, and that is formaldehyde. Now, most companies will not put the word formaldehyde on their label because I feel like we would know better. If we saw formaldehyde, we'd be like, okay, that's a little strange, let's not buy that. So it's often under the name urea or DMDM hide and tone. So those are the 2 names that I've seen it under the most. And I saw that ingredient in my husband's body wash, in his shampoo, and I couldn't believe it. Formaldehyde is a very strong preservative. It can be carcinogenic, which means cancer causing, and it's what's used to embalm dead people and frogs when we're dissecting them in biology. That preservative is used in those areas. And so I was really not okay with my husband showering in that. And so I threw all of his stuff in the garbage before he could say anything. And luckily I had found Beauty Counter already, so I replaced it all with Counterman. So formaldehyde is another one that you really should steer clear from, especially because there's a high incidence of men's sperm being damaged and not functioning well. So we really need to protect that for our men as well. And then the last one I want to talk about is retinol or retinol palmitate. And that is found in a lot of anti-aging lines specifically. And what retinol or retinol palmitate is, it's synthetic vitamin A. And so if we see vitamin A on the label, we're like, oh, we're good, it's a vitamin, it's all good for us. But in actuality, when it's used topically, it's not very good for us. And so with regards to retinol and retinol palmitate, what it's causing our cells to do is to reproduce at a quicker rate, to turn over basically faster, which is why you get the plumping and the firming and the brighter skin, because our skin is constantly having new fresh cells on the surface of it, which is all fine and dandy. That's essentially what we want. But with retinol, it puts your skin cells on this like catalyst of reproduction, and it doesn't stop. And so if you think about putting yourself on a treadmill and just start running, and then you keep running and you keep running and you never stop running, you're eventually going to damage yourself more than anything. You're going to wear out, you're going to get dehydrated, and you're going to not be able to function properly. And so that's essentially what retinol is doing to our skin cells. So short term, it might be really great. Long term, it actually causes you to age quicker. It can cause DNA damage, and it can link to skin tumors. And so it's really a product or an ingredient you want to stay away from. And so those are the 4 ingredients that I really like to highlight when I'm chatting with a bunch of women, just so that I can arm you guys with some information so that when you look at labels, you know what to look for. That's about it for my little segment here. Does anyone have any questions before I move on to the next speaker? Because I know I can run through that really fast because I get really excited and I talk fast and I'm animated, and so I'm sorry if it was a little quick, but if there's no other questions, sorry.
I did forget to mention that there is the chat function at the bottom of the screen. So you can also be typing in your questions, and we will try and answer them too, going through and then after as well.
One thing I did want to say very quickly, in November, when I've been back to work since August from my last mat leave, and in November I was sitting in an education session from the Canadian Cancer Society, and what they told us just reiterated really why I'm doing this business and why I'm educating my family. So they said in 2019, the statistic was that 1 in 2 people were going to get the cancer diagnosis in their lifetime. And that shook me because I've been in cancer care now for 9 years, and so in chemotherapy, we used to see about 35 to 40 patients a day. And now we're seeing upwards of 55 to 60 patients a day. So that's a dramatic increase in 9 years. And so do your research, ladies, and make sure that you are informed and you know what you're putting on your skin, because it does matter. So up next is Kirsten, and she is going to be chatting about the Flawless in 5.
Thank you, Shalini. You did an awesome.
Thank you.
Hey, hi everyone. My name is Kirsten. Cheryl, can you hear me? Good. Okay. Thanks, Shalini, I love hearing you talk about the ingredients. I love your passion and your enthusiasm, and it makes me want to like double check all of my things, but I've got all my beauty counter things, so I know that I'm safe. Okay, I'm going to talk to you about the Flawless in 5. That's our signature makeup collection. It's a set of 6 products, and it's designed to give you a flawless look in 5 minutes or less. So what we're going to start with is when we're putting on our makeup and having that, we want to get a beautiful look, we want to have a beautiful canvas to start with. And we have 2 products for our foundation. We have the Dew Skin, which Nicole talked to us a bit about before, and we have the Skin Twin. The Dew Skin is our tinted moisturizer. So it's going to give you kind of a sheer finish. It has vitamin C in it, so it's going to give you that glow that you're looking for, that dewy look. And like she said, there's SPF 20 in it. So this is really great for your sun protection for the summer on your face. The Skin Twin is it's a featherweight foundation. It's very light, it's buildable, and so if you like a fuller coverage, it is the product that you'll want because it will give you that ability to build. It has a matte finish, and it's still though beautiful, and that you can still see your freckles through it if you were blessed with freckles. Okay, so I'm going to start with the Skin Twin. So you just need 1 pump, and I'm just going to put it all over my face. The Skin Twin is really great because it's basically skincare in a bottle with makeup benefits. So I'm just dabbing it all over my face. It has hyaluronic acid in it, and that's going to help plump your skin and reduce the fine lines and wrinkles. So the more you use it, the better your skin is going to get. So, I mean, that's phenomenal. You have makeup and it's going to help your skin look good. That's what I like about it. I'm going to use our retractable foundation brush to apply it. So you just pull it down. There's your bristles. And because it is very hydrating and a moisturizer, you want to just dab it in so it starts absorbing into your skin, just like you would, with a regular moisturizer. I'm just gonna pat that in. And then we'll go back. The Skin Twin comes in 18 shades. So it has a really great shade range. Don't be scared of the 18 though. There's basically 6 different categories. So you kind of decide if you're fair or light or medium, tan, dark or deep. And then from there, there's really only 3 kind of shades you would pick from. And it's based on the undertone of your skin. So we have some really great tools to help choose a product, to choose the right tone for you. Okay. So that looks, I just have a mirror off to the side because it is really hard doing your makeup in a tiny mirror on your computer. So if I'm not looking at you, that's why. Okay. There we go. All right. So as it's drying a little bit, because you need it to dry really nicely, I'm going to go in and do the second step. So the second step is the concealer pen. So it is a pen, you click here and the product comes out the tip of the pen. I call this the magic eraser pen. So I'm just gonna put it to get rid of these tired lines under my eyes. The reason I have tired lines, it's also good for spots if you have like hormonal breakouts, and as well, it's good for a base if you were wearing eyeshadow. But we have 6 children. We have 5 boys and 1 girl. So it's busy. And so I have my little ones that are up very early, and I have my big kids that are up late. So mama has dark circles. Okay. So we're gonna get rid of those because nobody likes to see them. Okay, they're gone, okay. This comes in 5 different shades. The next step I'm going to do is eyebrows. So your eyebrows really are what frame your face. You know, we put pictures in a frame. We have beautiful drapes put our drapes on nice rods, and our eyebrows kind of do the same thing. They frame our face and they make our eyes jump out. We have 2 different eyebrow products. One is a pencil and it has a beautiful spoolie on the end. And then the other one is the eyebrow gel. And it just looks like this. It has kind of a mascara wand to it. I'm going to do the pencil. Okay, so I'm just going to, first you want to brush all your little hairs into place. Okay, and then you also always want to use a sharpened, fresh tip on your pencil. It's going to let the product go on more smoothly. And I'm just going to start in the middle here. Okay, don't start where it's thickest because it's easy to start there, but then it will end up being too dark. So if you start kind of in the middle and work more on the tail end, it will help give a more balanced look to your eyebrow. So I'm just gonna start in the middle and just do kind of short strokes to kind of mimic the hairs. And this pencil comes in, I think, 5 colors as well. So you'll definitely find one to match. Okay. And then we're going to go back in with the spoolie and give a little brush. This is going to help pull the product through your hair and really set your eyebrows into place. Some people, I don't have it yet, but I'm going to get it, is the eyebrow gel comes in clear. So what you can do is use a colored pencil if you really need to fill in, because if you're a 90s girl, like I was growing up in the 90s, and you overplucked because you didn't listen to your mother who did know better and told you not to, you have sparseness. So then if you use the pencil to kind of fill that in and then use a clear gel on top, then that will really hold it into place. The gel is really, really nice. Maybe I'll just show you. You can actually use 2 colors. The gel is really nice. It will hold into place really, really nicely, but it's not sticky or crusty. Has anybody had that problem where they've used other eyebrow products and they've just had these crusty eyebrows? Nasty. Ours doesn't do that. It's so nice you don't even feel that you're wearing it at all. Okay, eyebrows are done. Now I'm going to do my mascara. I curl my my eyelashes first. Maybe you guys can pop in the comments. Do you curl your eyelashes? Some people do, some people don't. And then I also want to know, do you curl them before mascara or after? Because I learned a trick recently and I'll share it with you. So I curl mine before, but some do it later and it does make a difference. Okay. We have two different mascaras. We have Lengthening and Volumizing. This one's the Volumizing. It has that more wavy shaped wand. I'll show you the Lengthening. It has a thinner tip. This one is really great for your lower lashes. My favorite is a Volumizing, so that's what I'm going to use. It really is just a preference which one you would rather have. The formulation is the same. So just, you know, get that brush at the base of your lashes and wiggle up. When we're talking about, you know, harmful ingredients, I do want to mention that mascara, in terms of a makeup product, is one of the dirtiest products, actually. There's parabens in it, there's phthalates, which is a plasticizing ingredient. It helps products stay on your skin, or in this case, your eyelashes. And actually, a lot of mascaras have eye irritants in them. Isn't that disgusting? Like, that something so close to your eye has an eye irritant. So our mascara took 3 years to formulate, and it's a clean mascara. I forgot to tell you my tip. Okay, my tip is, it's a clay-based mascara, so you have to warm it up a little bit. That will get the product moving and it will go on more easily. So this whole time I had it kind of under my leg warming up. Okay, and I also do my bottom lashes. It's just a preference thing. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna show you my tip now. Curling the lashes afterwards. So you have to be a little bit careful because, you know, it's still a little bit wet. So okay, can you see my lashes? Yes, okay. Now I'm gonna curl them, so be very careful. You just hold and then gently remove. You don't wanna pull out. Okay, but can you see the difference? We'll do the other one. I don't wanna be lopsided. Okay, gently. Okay, look at that. Some women get false eyelashes. You can get that look with our mascara and one of these handy little things. You don't have to get your falsies. Okay, so now we have those things, and we're gonna add some color to our face. So our blushes are so pretty. They're triple milled, really finely milled. You only need like 2 little taps, 1, 2, and then make a smile and just dab on the cheeks, no, the apples of your cheeks. Okay, just like this. You don't want to swipe. That's not a good look.
What color is that one?
I forgot. Oh, it's passion fruit. It's my newest favorite color.
Pretty.
It's kind of it's a coral color for summer. It has a little bit of a sheen to it. So, ooh, yeah, you can see it. Isn't it pretty? Yes. Okay. All right. So that's that. Now all we have left is lips. Our lip glosses are so beautiful. They're really hydrating. They have jojoba seed oil in them. So it's going to keep your lips moist all day, moisturized all day. And as well, there's about 18 different shades to choose from. So you would have your choice of one of these shades. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, I love it. It's my newest toy. I'm going to show you, I'll let you decide, you tell me. Rosewood, which is kind of a neutral color. Okay, beautiful, one of our most popular. Or azalea.
Azalea.
Azalea, okay. Majority wins.
Let's see, Kathy said azalea too.
Okay, there, 2 out of 2. All right. Okay.
Oh, it's beautiful. You look stunning, Kirsten.
Thank you.
Fresh,
So
absolutely glowing.
thank you. You know what? I think it's the passion fruit, or maybe it's my vitamin C serum. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, I just love this set though. I love how you can wake up and, in 5 minutes, you're ready to go out the day. You look polished and professional, and it's so simple, 6 things and you're set to go. So I do want to mention one thing. Our team has a very special thing going on right now. Can I share it, Cheryl? Okay, good. For right now, for the month of June and into July, if you buy a Flawless in 5 set, we actually have a very special event coming up. We have Vanessa Fallman, who is a professional makeup artist, and she's going to do a master class on the Flawless in 5. So when you buy your set, you'll get an invitation to this event, and you're going to have a professional walk you through how to use the products and everything. So that's phenomenal. I can't wait to sit on that class, but I did want to show you that a non-professional tired mom can still, look pretty good in a few minutes, but I'm still looking forward to that class. So you should definitely, get in on that offer. So that's it for me.
You look absolutely beautiful.
Thank you. Okay, so the next up is Cheryl Kowalchuk, and she's going to share with us the skincare lines.
Hi, everyone. I'm Cheryl Kowalchuk, and just to give you a little bit about myself, I'm a wife. I've been married to my husband, Ken, for 30 years, and I've got 2 daughters. They're one just finished university, and the other one is in 3rd year. And I work full time. So I am doing beauty counter on the side and filling it in with gaps of time that I have, and loving what I'm doing. I also love a good skincare routine, but I also love a great red wine. So that's just a little bit about me. So I just wanted to talk to you about the skincare lines and what we have and the benefits of cleaning your face. So what happens when you don't wash your face? Well, things like your pores become plugged. You can experience severe dryness, irritated skin, insufficient hydration. So those are some things that happen. Benefits of cleaning your face can be like your skin will look radiant and healthy looking. You can help maintain your natural pore size, proper skin hydration, and you can also prevent excess oil. So it's really important to wash your face and to take some self-care for yourself. And by doing that, there's 4 steps in our skincare lines that we follow. So their 4 steps are: you cleanse, you prep, you treat, and you protect. So really simple, it's quick. Once you get on a routine, you really, it's just part of your day. It's just like brushing your teeth and combing your hair. I literally love, and I look so forward to cleaning my face. And don't get me wrong, I've had days and late nights where I'm like, I don't want to do my 4 steps. I'm lucky if I wash my face, but then I put the cleansing balm on and then I'm good for the night. So that's the 2-step for me on those late nights. So each of our products, like, it's important to do the 4 steps because each of the products work on each other. So cleansing, it opens the pores. It's cleaning off your face from all the stressors of the environment that happen throughout the day. And it prepares, like when you do your prep step, it's actually preparing it for the treatment step, which is your serums. And it really, the most active ingredients are in your serums. So it really attaches to your skin and it really helps with the concerns that you may have. And then, of course, the protection. So that would be your day cream, your night cream, and your eye cream. You need the 3 different types of protection because it does different things. So Your day cream, you know, like I said, it protects you from all the environmental stressors, the UV light, the dust in the air, the whatever, like the pollution out there, all that kind of stuff. Your night cream, it helps rejuvenate your skin. It really regenerates it, and it preps it, you know, for the night. It just really hydrates it for the night. And then your eye cream, which is, your eye is 10 times thinner than the rest of your skin on your face. So the cream is a little bit more gentle for the eyes, and that's really good for the protection for that. So I'm going to talk just a little bit about each of the lines. I'm going to highlight what I use is the Counter Time line. And the Counter Time line, this is the cleansing oil. This is my absolute favorite piece of the routine that I do. And what is so special about the Counter Time line is that it's made out of, if you heard what Shalini said about retinol, this is made out of retinatural complex. So really what it is, it's two main flowers that make the retinatural complex. It works like retinol, gives you the plumpness, it gives you the brightness, it gives you the firmness of your skin, but it does not give you the harmful effects of retinol. And I've been using this line since July, and I absolutely love it. A lot of my family have said, like, what are you using, Cheryl? Your skin looks so good. And I honestly, it's the Counter Time line. So if you're wise like me, the Wise line, that's the line that I've been using, and I love it. The next one that I wanted to talk about is the Counter Control line. So the Counter Control line is our acne prone skin, or if you've got really oily skin, this is a line for you. It does not kill the good bacteria that you have on your skin. It doesn't dry it out. It doesn't give you any redness. There's no benzoyl peroxide. There's no sulfur in it. There's no retinoids. It is a really nice, gentle line for anyone that experiences acne, or if you have acne-prone skin. It delivers like the effect in the oil control area, and it keeps your skin balanced. It's just made out of wintergreen and rose bay willow. So that is the Counter Control line. The next one is the Counter Match line. This is our white bottles. They're beautiful, white with gold. And the Counter Match line is a biomimic patented technology. So it's a mouthful, but I memorized it, said it a few times. And it's plant-based molecules that are in this line. If you have combination skin, if you have sensitive skin, if you're dealing with like blotchiness on the skin, this line really works well. It really balances your pH level. It gives you the right amount of hydration, nutrition, and oxygen all in one. Yeah, the results, I just have a couple notes here. The results are optimal hydration, the radiance, and smoothness. So my daughter uses this line and she loves it. She just said it just really, she's noticed her skin has really smoothed out. She said that's her favorite line. So yeah, if you have any questions, I wanted you to pop into the chat. What kind of skin do you have? And do you follow a skincare regime? And so that's, yeah, if you want to just pop that in the chat. So that's my little talk about the skincare line. So next up is good friend Diane, and she's going to be talking about glowing, getting your skin glowing, and all the treatments that you can use, the products that you can use to get your skin glowing. Take it away, Diane.
Thank you, Cheryl. Awesome, and your skin does look beautiful. It's just glowing.
Thank you so much. And yeah, so my name's Diane Chadwick, and I'm a mom and grandma as well. I'm also a retired teacher, and I was introduced to Beauty Counter last July, and I started using the products. And then I decided too that I just was loving them, and my skin felt so great and so much more hydrated than it ever had before. And I almost felt that I had this need that I should be sharing that with others too. And so that's what got me excited about becoming part of this great beauty counter team and this wonderful mission. So as some of the ladies have said already, we want to clean and prep and treat and then moisturize or treat our skin. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about all the things that we can do to treat it. And so we've got lots of different options out there. Each one of them does something a little bit different, but when they're used consistently, that's when you're going to notice the absolute best results. So consistency is really the key. So one of the products that we have is this charcoal mask, and you can use this mask 1 to 2 times a week. And what's really cool about it is that it is charcoal based, and charcoal is really known to draw out the impurities in the skin. So what it does is it helps to shrink the pores. And sometimes what will happen is once you put it on, and you can apply like a fairly generous amount, and you put it all across here and down. We've done really fun nights where we've had everybody mask up, and you'll sometimes notice like little white dots on your face as well. And what that is that's just all of those impurities being drawn out. And then what you'll do is you'll leave that on for about 10 minutes, and then you'll wash that off with warm water, and your skin will feel really nice afterwards. It'll be kind of glowy and dewy, and it'll just be really nice and clean. So 1 to 2 times a week with our charcoal mask. And then the second product that I want to talk about is this is part of the Counter Time line that Cheryl was talking about. And this is our serum that would go along with that. And so she mentioned a little bit about the 2 ingredients that we have that give it this Ret Natural complex. And those 2 ingredients are this bakuchi oil. And some of us say it differently, and now I'm used to saying it that way. So that's the way I'm going to continue to pronounce it. So this bakuchi oil, as well as this wild alpine Swiss rose, and that's going to give us the same results as the retinol will, but without any of the skin irritants and the reddening of the skin or any of those harmful side effects. So this is really where the magic happens, and this is a step that you definitely don't want to leave out, because this is really where the treating is going on, and this is really where you're getting the most benefit. It's going to help for those fine lines and wrinkles. It's going to help to plump up the skin. It's going to help for firming and elasticity. And so this will be the 3rd step in your regimen. And this goes before you would put on your moisturizer. So that's our Counter Time serum. So we also have our overnight resurfacing peel. And this is one of our absolute best sellers. And people just love this product because they notice instant results from the overnight resurfacing peel. So unlike most peels that can be rather harsh, and you know how sometimes you have to literally pull them right off, our overnight resurfacing peel, we would leave on. And so we would put this on at night before we go to bed, and you would put this on after your regular serum that you would use in, whether you're using the Counter Time or the Counter Match, you'd put it on then. And it's made up of 15 different plant botanicals. And what this will do too is it will really brighten up your skin, and it will help to give an instant glow and lots of radiance. And just really, you'll notice that it will also help to slough off some of those dead skin cells. So in the morning, you can just gently wash it off, and it's just really gentle, but you'll notice that it does like a gentle exfoliation, but it's not harsh in any way. So you can use this like every 2nd night, and that would be your nighttime treatment. So just in the last little while, we came out with like a daytime treatment that enhances this. And these 2 are known as kind of like BFFs. They work so well together. So our nighttime one, and then our brand new C serum, which is our daytime serum. And this is different than a lot of vitamin C serums that you see on the market today. It has 10% vitamin C, which is really high. It's very stable. It has a really lovely bright yellow color, and that's because it's got turmeric in it, and that's what gives it that, you know, glowy bright color. And it also has a plant in there called camu camu. So it helps to brighten the skin. It helps to reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, as well as even out skin tones and get rid of some of those damaging sunspots that many of us have had, years of overexposure in the sun. So it also helps to protect then in the daytime when we go out. It helps to protect us so that we're not going to get more of those dark spots. And it's similar to retinol, but without, once again, any of the harmful side effects. So this is known kind of as our Counter Plus line, and these are kind of our boosters that we would add on to our regimens. And we're really going to notice that we're going to get that bright, dewy, glowy look, and that's going to give you that bright, shiny look for the summer. So,
oh, thank you, Diane. And you are glowing. You look absolutely amazing. So out of all those products, what is your absolute favorite?
Well,
it's a hard one, hey?
These two together, yeah. These two for sure. Yeah, love them, love them, love them.
Okay, so we're just going to open it up for questions now. If anyone has questions, if anybody did anybody see questions coming in the chat that I should be answering or we should be answering? And you're welcome to unmute your mic if you have a specific question. We have some time. As long as you're okay to wait for a few minutes, we'll answer some questions, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about how you can get the products. We'll just wait a few minutes and see. Don't be shy. Oh, someone's asking me what color my lip gloss is. I have got the Little Bit Black dress on, and then I just put the Azalea gloss over top. That was just what happened to be in my purse. But a Little Black dress is kind of my color. I wear that one a lot. Any other questions in the chat? We'll have time at the end too, if anybody has questions after. So maybe I'll just move on right now with, okay. Is the charcoal night treatment?
Do you want me to speak to that, Cheryl?
Yeah, you go ahead, Diane.
Sure. No, the charcoal mask is like a dark charcoal, like it's black. And I'm just going to put a little bit on my hand here. You do not want to use like a white washcloth if you're going to take that off. You can also use this as a spot treatment if you have a little bit of a breakout. It's kind of nice for that as well because it goes really deep into the pores. But you can feel kind of a nice mintiness to it as well, and it feels great. But no, it is not clear. It is definitely charcoal.
Yeah. It feels amazing. I love the way it exfoliates at the same time because it has that little bit of grit in it. So you get a good exfoliation with it. Something that people tell me all the time when I do these pop-ups and they're actually putting the mask on is they're so surprised that after they wash it off, their face is hydrated too. Like they don't get that dry pulling feeling, which is really quite amazing. It's already hydrating the skin and treating it. So I love it. Any other questions coming in there? Okay, so I'm just gonna, okay. So we'll leave a little bit of time at the end for questions too, but just in case anyone has to leave soon, I just wanted to thank everyone so much again for coming, spending the time with us. I want to thank my team. I'm just so blessed to work with all of you every single day, and I love you all so much. And I thank you so much for giving your time tonight to share, and you have so much passion, and I know that your heart is so just so genuine and wanting to help people stay well. So I'm so blessed to work with all of you. And I just wanted to tell everyone how to get the products. So we have something called a Band of Beauty membership. And so this membership is almost like having Amazon Prime. So it's like having Beauty Counter Prime. It's $29 for the whole year. And with that, there's no automatic orders or any funny stuff like that. Basically, it's all perks. So with that $29, what it gets you is you get a gift for joining the membership. And so right now we have our Citrus Mimosa body lotion, which is absolutely incredible. It comes in a big tube. I'm sorry I don't have it here. A little bit goes a long way. Of course, when we are slathering a product all over our whole body, like a body lotion, we definitely, thank you, Kirsten, we definitely want to be having a safe product. And this one smells just so amazing, this light mandarin smell. And so that's super hydrating. When we're out in the wind, out in the sun, we can be using that after. So that comes free. It's a $30 value. And then you get free shipping for all orders over $125. If you're from the US, it's orders over $100 is free shipping. And then you get 10% back in free product credits. So that means whatever you have on your wish list, you can go and actually get a discount on that the next time you order. And a great thing right now, if you've never ordered from Beauty Counter before, you can also get 10% off. There's these special discount codes for our brand new customers just to welcome you to this amazing company. And we can show you how to do that. Whoever invited you to this event will walk you through that process to make sure you get everything in your cart and you're not missing out on that coupon code or anything like that. So you reach out to the person that you invited you and they'll help you with that. Does anyone have questions about the Band of Beauty before we go? And then I just wanted to, if you notice anything, Diane, you can just pop on. I just wanted to also, I just wanted to ask you a couple of questions. Like when I heard about Beauty Counter and what Beauty Counter was doing different, when I heard that they have this mission and this advocacy and that, you know, they're gathering people together or one-on-one to really educate them, I knew this kind of lit a fire in me and I knew that I needed to be a part of this. I'm like, this is amazing. This is just going to fit right into what I'm doing right now with health coaching, what I'm doing with my family, with my simple swaps and a healthy lifestyle. And I wanted to be part of that, of joining my voice to take some action to help make these changes. So if you're sitting there tonight, like I was sitting there when I first heard about that, and you're asking yourself some questions like, could I do this business? What does this actually look like? What do these women actually do together? You know, is part of this having fun? I'm telling you, we're having fun. We're having a party in a week. We've been waiting for COVID clearance so we could actually get together. We've learned how to pivot and really work together as a team through COVID. We had to learn how to not gather like in person, but do a lot of these Zoom events. And so you might have these questions. And so if you have questions, I just want you to reach out to one of us and we'll be here to answer your questions and just share a little bit more about what Beauty Counter has done for our lives. And for me, it has literally changed my life. Number one, I can't imagine my life without all these beautiful friends in it. I can't remember what my life was like without them. And I am so at peace with what I am putting on my skin. I can finally go, okay, the box arrives at my door. I don't have to read any labels. I know that it's all safe. I know I can pack up stuff and take it over to my baby Enzo. He uses all the kids' products. I know I can put that acne line in my kids' bathroom and the charcoal mask they're using too, and know that it's all safe. Like I have so much peace of mind. And for 28 years, I didn't have that peace of mind. So that's huge to me. And then there's been just so many blessings. I have been able to touch hundreds, I think thousands of people in this year and a half, bringing them clean beauty. And I get little messages and little phone calls every single day where people are thanking me for sharing this company with them. And I thank my mentor every day too. I thank Chanel for sharing this with me. So there's so many incredible perks. There's trips that we've been on. There's all kinds of incentives. A lot of us are doing incentives now for incredible blow dryer, the Dyson blow dryer, and some fun other things. But there's just so many fun perks, and it's, I guess, that the passion that we have along with that mission just makes this so much fun, and I never feel like I'm working. So that's pretty cool when you can not feel like you're working and just feel like you're giving value to people all the time is so incredible. So if you have any questions and you just want to learn a little bit more, just reach out to us and we'll share a little bit more about what that looks like, what a day in the life of a beauty consultant looks like. Some days, if you could have a camera around here, but the flexibility is absolutely incredible for busy people where they can just work this into their 15-minute pockets of time is really, really incredible. And we have people coming from every walk of life you can imagine on our team. So you saw a sampling of all of them, a lot of them tonight. So I want to thank everyone for coming. I want to just check to see if there's a few more questions. I see a question about the sunscreen being safe. For someone asked if it was safe for kids, and yes, for anyone that is 6 months and older. And the reason that they say 6 months is not because it's dangerous for, 6 months and younger. It's just that when we're younger than 6 months, we shouldn't be putting our babies out into the sun. Like, they cannot be in the direct sunlight. So that's why that warning is on the bottle, or that recommendation. Their skin is just too delicate before that. And it's coral reef approved, which is just incredible. So when we get to travel again and we're going someplace with the coral reef, nobody's going to take away our sunscreen. They're going to say, great, you've got Beauty Counter, you're good to go. Check and see if there's more questions there. And if anyone else from the team has anything else they want to add, you're welcome to do that.
Cheryl?
Yeah.
It's Deb.
Okay.
So I signed up, as you know, as a consultant at the beginning of June, and I just received a big shipment, and part of it was the overnight resurfacing peel.
Yeah.
And I used it last night for the first time. And I have to honestly say that there was a significant and noticeable difference this morning. So, and just plug another product, the little stick of, it looks like a deodorant stick, but it's the sunscreen. I was able to apply that yesterday, and it was the first time as an adult that I can remember using a sunscreen where during activity, like physical activity and sweating, that my eyes didn't burn, my skin wasn't raw and red after using it, and it went on easily, and there was absolutely no burning, no itching, and no red face after. So
that's awesome.
I'm impressed. So just thought I'd share that.
Thank you for sharing that. One thing I really noticed too with the sun stick is that it's not greasy at all. So you can apply your makeup, and then you can just take that stick and go right over your makeup, and it just stays put. It doesn't change the way your makeup looks. I really absolutely love that. Yeah. It's amazing and so nice for children too. So easy to do their little ears and to put extra on their lips. And Enzo's got, both the cream, like the lotion, and then he's got the stick for his face. When I'm babysitting, it's just so easy too with the little ones. So
I think one thing as well is that there was no strong smell. There was absolutely no smell. So that in itself was enough, I think, to illustrate that there's some good product, or it's a good product.
Well, thank you so much for sharing. I so appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Welcome to our team. Lots of people haven't met you yet.
Thank you. Yeah, hi everyone. I'm Debbie.
Okay, we'll just check to see if there's any more questions. Let me know if I'm missing any.
Cheryl, should we mention how people can order products?
Yeah, I talked about the Band of Beauty membership. And so you can order through the website, like through your consultant or whoever invited you. But we do like to help you with your first order for sure. Just to make sure that you're getting your free shipping, you're getting that 10% code. We'll show you how to go to the website and get that code. It's going to be emailed out to you, and then you put that in at checkout. So we really like to guide you through that very first order. Once you have your first order, it's really simple after that, but we want to guide you through that because we don't want you to miss out on the free body lotion, the free shipping, your free product credits, and that 10% for anybody that's new. So we'll be here to help you with those orders. Okay. Well, I think, is there any other questions there, Cheryl, that you see, or? Cheryl's just typing there. Was there any other questions, Cheryl, that you see?
Someone was just asking if the overnight peel, is it clear? And I was just responding, yes, it's clear. It's like a serum. So when you're putting it on at night, you would do your cleansing, your prepping, and then you can do your overnight resurfacing peel, let it dry, and then put your night cream on.
Yeah. Lots of great questions.
Yes.
And then I just wanted to remind everyone that, whoever's Facebook group you were in, because we were posting some pre-posts regarding that. I know most of the consultants have little giveaways going on and things like that. So make sure you pop back into that group over the next couple of days and stay closely connected with the consultant that invited you. She's constantly going to be doing little tutorials in her group and telling you about specials and keeping you in the loop of new products. We've got a really exciting new product coming out in the fall that we are just dying to tell everyone about. And we've been waiting for this for about 7 years. So it's really going to be exciting. So you'll be the first to hear about that. And so just stay connected with those Facebook groups as well. We love to have you. Okay. I think they're just saying thank you, everyone. So if you have more questions, you're welcome. You can always reach out to us in our groups. And I'm sure the person that invited you, you've been private messaging back and forth. So you just can keep those questions coming. And thank you again, everyone, so much for joining us. And to all of my beautiful team, I just appreciate all of you so much. So have a great night, everyone. Cheryl, you're still typing, so I'll wait till you're done. Okay, so have a great night, everyone. And I did record this. So if anybody needs the recording to pass on to a friend, we want to share Clean Beauty Love, reach out to us and we'll get that recording to you. Okay, take care, everybody. Good night.